Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode here in the Stacia Expert Modpack. How are you guys doing today? I hope you're doing well. So previous episode we just set up this thing, set up a small automation. I did an even better automation between episodes. I have an netherite furnace with just the processing stuff, with an ender chest, outputting. Fairly simple, fairly busy. Added a second netherite crafter because we are gonna need it. I don't know if that inside the system though. Probably is, probably not. Not so sure. I'm gonna find out, like that's not a big deal. So yeah, I did a small switch up. I have an importer from the ender chest that I'm using to get the stuff because it wasn't recognized when it happened through the storage network. So yeah, that's the small change that I did, and I started moving out some stuff for Botania. So I made some more mana pools. We are gonna fill them up. I have to move also this thing to start automated. Yeah, the frame rate it's a little bit bad in some, like mostly in this case, don't know why. Oh yeah, I have some brown mushroom being accelerated because we are gonna need brown mushrooms. So the plan for today, as you can see, I have a bunch of stuff. These things, all those things, are things that I have to automate with the dissolution chamber. So it's about 15 items or so, plus one for anything else that I want. And I have a bunch of glyphs that I wanna automate. I'm gonna have to automate these glyphs because I wanna automate the runes of Botania. I wanna automate them all. And I have done some basic work and I have a pretty good idea how to automate them. And I need to kill that island. It's starting to bug me. Have to fight everyday slimes. Okay. So yeah, I filled up a bunch of swords like the ergonomic source link. It goes stupid fast with this system. So yeah, that's fairly easy. So we're gonna have to automate the pressing and the runes. And as you can see, I have made patterns for pretty much all the runes. With I'm gonna use just an iron crafter, nothing more, nothing less. And I have pretty much all the patterns made for the glyph making. So we are gonna use like pretty much all the way modular routers in this automation, all the way out, like all the way to automate the portal, these things, pretty much everything. We're gonna use modular routers. So I did find out there is a, like in A2 the interface have like a blocking mode, so it only outputs one recipe until it gets the next recipe inside the system or something like that. There used to be something like that, but it's in here in the refined storage anymore. Like this is not a thing anymore, but there is something close to it, not like that magic pattern like A2, but something very close. And I spent quite a deal. If I knew it, I wouldn't have gotten into this mess of making this thing like that. But it's still better, it's okay, but no big deal, but it's still a mess. There is a button that unlocks auto crafting. Redstone single unlocks auto crafting. So I think that's the one that I need, or the pulse one. I think probably it's the pulse that I need. I have to go check a look at my creative world that I'm doing some testing, but this is what are we gonna do. So we are gonna have, so we need the at Botania, we need the runic altar. So modular, we need 2 of those. Also we're gonna have to make another automation. Modular, we need to make the activation. Do we have anything to automate that? We don't have the dispenser one. So let's make that. I believe we know how to make. We need at least activation. We're definitely gonna need 3 or 5. Let's make 10. We don't have hemp and cleavers. Oh boy. Oh boy, I'm pressing all the wrong things. Okay. So the experience harvester, it gives you these experience things that you can use as an experience, so it's okay. So, and also we need levers. Why do we need levers? And yeah, sorry about we are getting sidetracked to get distracted. So okay, I got also that tick accelerating thing to just make a couple of things. We're gonna start fairly soon to start getting botanic stuff to be made, like botany pots automatable. So let's make 10 of those just to have them. So, and we need one. So the basic gist is we are gonna have about 2 of them. So I have to find a good place to have them because they need mana spreader for them to work. So probably we'll have one here with 2 of them facing like that. We're gonna have an activation module. I think this needs one as well. So activation module. So this thing as well, we need to make that to be the front. And yeah, and in this one we're gonna put the wand. So this is gonna click the altar. This thing is gonna input every single item in the recipe, including the living rock that it's gonna need. So it's also need a living rock for the altar to work. And we're gonna have an ender chest next to this thing with an item collector with an redstone activation module, a detection module, that we want to output something specific inside the specific inventory. I think I need to probably make it bulk, because I'm not so sure that we need a specific item, or I just have to blacklist anything else. Yeah, I have to take a look at that, how I made it, but basically that's the gist. And because we have about 20 something runes, I'm gonna use I think when we after the mana one is starting to get like you need like rune of summer and rune of air, so we need previous tiers of runes. So just to not like messed up the system, I'm gonna have 2 of them, one making the tier 1 patterns and another one making the tier 2. So something like that we're gonna have for the press. Exactly the same system, like exactly the same system for the glyph making. And do we have a press? Yeah, so the press, it needs exactly the same, just 2 of them. The one it will input the, let's say the magic clay, and the other will input the other item. And some of them have like the better things, so have like this better clay. So we're gonna make a second one just to separate the recipe, so we don't mess up the system. And since I have plenty of swords, probably gonna make some more jars. We can swap them anytime we need, so no big deal. And probably this thing I'm gonna make it somewhere here close by. And we're gonna use quite a bit of item collectors. Yeah, we're gonna use these things like pretty much exclusive. We're gonna use them because we can filter, we can set up a specific area, and it will work with our ender chest. Probably I would like to make a second one just separate from the thingy. So I have a couple of things to do. I have to start collecting a few resources, start making some more planning. mostly for the runes, because I have to make I can make some stuff. I need to make some more mana and start figure out of course we're gonna have a specific mana pool for anything else, like the stuff that we need to automate with a dropper. We're gonna have as well a crafter close by with a modular router. Yeah, modular router. It's gonna be this series that everything's gonna be modular routing. Anything, everything and all. So yeah, what we're gonna do? This is modded Minecraft, and this is how things goes. So I have to make some more stuff. I need to get some more things planned and some more recipes. When I have a small update, I will see you guys in a little bit. Alright guys, so update time. And I don't need this chest. So we have a nice glyph making automation. Not the prettiest, nor even close the coolest, but it works. So we have a source jar, we have the glyph press. I made some wooden crate. It looks better than chests. So I have some filtering. The one I whitelist the marvelous clay, and the other one I just blacklisted. And so each thing goes into its respective router. So we have activation modules, and we have just an ender chest with a nice advanced item collector. In a good position. I think I can lower the Y. I can do this like that because it's pretty instant. So yeah, it works. So we'll make a glyph out of let's say the scythe. We need the hoe, so I need to make that recipe, and we don't have patterns. Yay. In terms of pattern, I'm burning them through fast. As you can see, I have automated small things, and it's growing. So we just need the hoe. I don't know if it must be, I think it must be an iron hoe. Yeah, it must be one iron hoe. Yeah, that's gonna burn through my iron fast, but I don't think we're gonna use those glyphs that much. So actually, can we make 10? Let's make 10. Why not? Just to see it. And it's in this here. We have everything just inputting in here. Probably I maybe should have put some crates, because if I make a bunch of them, they will fill fast. And yeah, it just makes it. It takes a minute. I don't know if there is any speed or something, but it's not that bad. But I think it uses like 10% each time. Oh boy, that's a problem. That's a big problem. So we need to find the way to have like source jar just being filled up passively all the time, and not just simply input a new one. Okay, I don't think this recipe is gonna cut it, so yeah. Jar, we have a 19% full, and then we have an 80% full. Did it actually make it? While the jar was half empty? Okay. So yeah, that was a small update. So glyph making, it's ready, up and go. We have everything in here. So probably a switch, probably the crates for these crates. They're better, bigger. So yeah, that's the thing. So next thing, Botania. Now that's gonna take a minute. I have to figure out a few things in here. So see you guys in a bit. Alright everyone, so I'm back. I have doing a couple of things. Yeah, this is the swap. Matio. Yeah, it's I had to get some seed and some bone meal, and yeah, for some recipes. So I have pretty much all the recipes inside in here. There is a few bugs in some of these ones because some of them uses like that. They're using a thing from Botania. mask. Yes, this tiny potato mask, and it's cosmetic, so there is something with the NBT data stuff. So sorry about that cut. And yes, so there is something with the NBT, and some of the patterns are a little bit broken. So yeah, how to fix that? So I wanted to make this infused plate thingy. So because I think it's better overall in terms of stuff, we can make this elf steel that takes 2 mana pools, but it takes only 0.5 to make Terra Steel. Mostly for that. I wanted mostly for that, so it's a little bit cheaper to make things. So let me show you my automation. So we have a mana pool with that. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that's not that was bad. Sorry about that. So yeah, we have some Rosa Arcana. So that takes my XP, and we input that through a spark with I believe is a recessive, or I think there is a recessive augment. Yes, there is the recessive, isolated, the dominant, and the dispersive. Probably it's the dispersive one, or the recessive one of the two. That I think it's the dispersive one. So we're dispersing all the mana from this one to the rest of the mana pools. In these and these and these two, I have put dominant, so which means they take from anything else the mana. So we have this big pool of storage, and these ones we have like recipes to make all these things. In this one I have recipes to make like the elementum stuff, so I have blacklist them, so we are cool in that department. And in here I have like blacklist other things like mana diamond string, mana glass, mana quartz. And in here we have one just to make the Terra Steel. I'm gonna swap that later with the better one, and here we have pretty much all the runes that we are building. So we can see one rune at least how it works. So the rough, yeah, some of them are broken, kind of broken. Yeah, we need more cake. Is there one that's fairly cheap? Yeah, we need the fishing rod, then slates. Yeah, most of them need slate. So the next thing is definitely to automate the blood magic slating thing. The only problem is I don't know how to do it. Never done it. Like never, ever. In any of my playthrough, I usually just sit there and make stacks upon stacks just to have them, and just go make along as I go in terms of black magic. So yeah, I'm using my XP with, I made the refined obsidian pickaxe. It's a little bit faster. With the experience boost and the experience harvest and anything else, I'm getting tons of XP. So for now, we're gonna lead with this system. Later, I will probably go with an older system that I made in a previous series with cake. Yeah. Cake. Yeah. So cake, we can use it in one of the cake flour things. It's cake. So yeah, you can make cake with starlight transmutation. So with a starlight crystal from astral sorcery, you can transform pumpkins into cakes, and you can make a passive constant supply of mana. I've done that back in my Enigmatica 2 expert series. Pretty cool series. So yeah, that's the automation. We have all the runes. I have to make some patterns back. I have to remake a couple of things because yeah, some of them are broken. I didn't notice at the time that I was making them. So yeah, they're a little bit broken, but we have Botania full automated, fully things like mana steel, like the processors, furnace, we have the coils. We're gonna need them. Probably there are more recipes that I definitely need to automate in that regard. And as you can see, I have like This for Terasteel, this is for the stuff like Alpheim Quartz. I'm gonna need that later. Mana class, string, all the mana stuff, and all of these. So we are good to go in that department. So the next thing that we definitely need to start automating is the dissolution chamber for all of these, and definitely get some mechanism automated, mostly the metallurgic infuser for the alloys, all the alloys that we need, the circuits, all that good stuff. Probably still not so sure, like there is some few recipes like this one, probably gonna have a recipe. So yeah, we need to start automating that as well. Like we need an enrichment chamber, and I need to start automating the installers. Yeah, this one is gonna be tricky because they need like circuit board. So I'm gonna have to make immersive engineering. We have to get to automating recipes from that. Gears easy, that's easy. Basic upgrades, mostly of them are easy. Mostly of them. So we need to start automating the power system, but we need the plate stuff. That's fairly easy. The molten thing, it's the hard part. So yeah, or we need to have a bunch of stuff being automatable in terms of resources, like smelter. You have a one by one smelter just specific for each molten item that we want, and just cast it in a basin with an import pass. I have to take a look at that, or at least figure out a way. Probably it will be good with like play with it with integrated dynamics. Probably like have like a fluid like reader or something, something that when it finds that specific fluid, it inputs it in the correct basin or something like that, or send it in the correct tank. Probably. I have to play with it. You know, getting into some new territory, to find cool automation, but it might be tricky automation. But usually when I have found an automation, I'm usually like remember it, or I just go back and redo it again for a second time, third, fourth. I'm trying new things, like I would like probably to automate the blood magic with integrated dynamics. Find a way to automate the blood system, and yeah, go from there. So guys, this is gonna be for me for today. Have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next episode of Stacia Expert. Bye.